Zach is taking pictures of me right now, and you can't see below here. I'm in just boxers, so it can't. And it's cold outside, and I'm a Southern man, and there's no humidity. My legs are basically ashy. It looks like someone sprinkled Domino sugar all over my legs. They're itchy. I'm itching right now. I feel like my legs have cramps. Oh well, welcome to Storyville, episode 8. 2 months in. We're doing pretty good for 2 months. Did you just move the camera? Yes. Unbelievable. It doesn't matter. We're going to roll with it. That's what happens in production. Thanks for hanging, guys. After all, this is a place for us. And as always, what am I drinking? It's a beer. We're shooting very late tonight. What a perfect pour. It is called Old Speckled Hen. It's an English pale ale. Imported. I started drinking imported beer because I'm a real snob. But they're just better for you, for your gut. I told you I got gut issues. Brown bottle, Old Speckled Hen, really great fucking beer, dude. I mean, the English didn't do a lot right. I mean, they fucked with us. First mistake. But the beer is incredible. So that's what I'm drinking today. What have I been doing, man? What have I been doing? What have I been up to since the last time we talked? I flew to NOLA. I flew to New Orleans back to see my family, and I went and picked up a couple things. I flew with Benjamin Button again, and the more and more he grows up, I almost want to call him Samwise Gamgee because he's wise. And Sam's, well, a good dog in the saddle worth 3.5. I met where you're from, and a man, a good dog was a friend to a man, but Sam was the greatest one. That is a song by Sturgill Simpson. But his name is Benjamin Button, and because when I first got him, he was a puppy. He's a little guy, but he had this big old head and an old face, and I was like, you just look like you're going to be forever young, but he looked old, and he looked wise beyond his years. So I called him Benjamin Button, and it stuck, and now I find out he's going to be a forever puppy. He's going to get about 40 pounds. He's not going to be very big, and it works, because that means he's going to be forever young. So Benjamin Button, great name. Also, he's a genius. So flying now, he kind of knows seats and what goes on. He knows I'm a window guy. So every time we go in, I can let him go, and he'll see me just kind of turn, and he just jumps in and he'll sit. But he's flown so much now, he starts to get what takeoff and landing is like. And he usually would sit with his head facing me because he's my boy and he loves me so much. So he'd sit on my feet with his head facing me. So whenever we take off, he would just face, but the plane would push him back, and his face would just ram into my fucking shin, or I'd have to move, or he'd end up getting stuffed under my seat, and it would really piss him off. So he'd have to correct himself and like scooch back. But then he started doing this thing. He notices when we're taxiing, right? When he sits down. So now I noticed he started getting up and just facing his head forward, but he would get himself under the seat in front of himself. And then when we take off, he starts to slide back and he's in the perfect position. And I was like, oh, that's funny that he did that. And then we start landing. He can tell when we're descending. He can tell. He can feel whatever it is, but he knows when we're descending. So he flips back around and puts his head back towards me. So when we land, he gets scooched back normally and he's in a normal spot. And I didn't notice it the first time he did it. But in the second flight we take during the connection, because we had to fly 3 different times. So by the third flight, we had to fly 4 different times. Yeah, 4 different times. By the third flight, I'm noticing that he is doing this to make himself more comfortable. And then he's just staying in that position. So he gets up and he rearranges himself because he knows when we land, everything gets pushed forward. He was tired of getting shoved under the fucking seat. So he just does this and he puts himself in the perfect. He's a genius. So that's pretty fucking cool, man. That's what I've been doing. What am I going to be doing? Where am I going to be? So this is something, my dates are starting to come out, man. We're starting to headline. We're starting to become a big old superstar. I'm going out with Matt a bunch of places again this year on the Golden Shower Tour. That's going to be a lot of fun. But I booked a commercial. It's official. I booked a commercial in Austin, Texas, March 7th through 12th. I will be in Austin, Texas. Actually, March 7th through 10th, I'll be in Austin, Texas, shooting that commercial, but I'll also be there for South by Southwest. It's going to be a great fucking time. I used to live in Austin. Excited to go back. Excited to hang with some friends. See all old pals, old flames. I'm excited to go back, man. I am. So March 7th through 10th, I'll be in Austin, Texas. Holler at me. Let's get together, hang out. Booked a commercial. Going to do spots at night. It's going to be so fucking fun. I'm so excited to go back. Then March 10th, Houston, Texas at Secret Group Comedy Club. I am headlining their original room, their small room. It's not a big room. It's like 80 seats, but we got to start somewhere. Talking real fast. Takes a sip. March 10th, Secret Group in Houston. I'll be there. So go get tickets online at their website, Secret Group. You can go to Instagram, Secret Group, and Goop, Secret Goop. And go check that out, man. And then March 13th, driving right up to Fort Worth at Big Left Comedy Club in Fort Worth, Texas, headlining their room, also their small room. Got to start somewhere. 80 seats, 90 seats. We can sell that shit out. Let's make you put some money. And that's gonna be my March, man. It's gonna be really fucking fun. Let's see if I'm forgetting anything. Man, I'm talking fast. I'm just so excited to share all this information with you guys. Yeah, man. March 10th through the 13th, I'll be at Big Left Comedy Club. March 10th, Secret Group in Houston. March 13th, Big Left Comedy Club in Fort Worth. March 7th through 10th, Austin, Texas, shooting a commercial and also doing some spots around town for South by Southwest. That's it, man. Let's get to the show. Oh, I love when they fall in front. I got to get better at that throw. Quote of the week is, without music, life would be a mistake. That's by Friedrich Nietzsche, which I know the Germans are not, people are in love with the Germans right now. But Friedrich Nietzsche said, without music, life would be a mistake. And I believe him. I love that. I've been listening to a lot of music the last 2 months. Music is kind of my peace. I always said this as a kid growing up. Movies or my books, music was my poems, man. All my favorite artists are poets, right? Drake got a lot of memories, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me of my enemies, got to take away from my enemies. Fucking with my enemies and play with my enemies. I don't know. That's something like that. That's a great song. But no, like Dawes is my favorite band in the world. I actually have a signed poster. Went to a show of theirs in DC. Dawes is one of my favorite bands. They got a bunch of great stuff. The music is kind of my poetry. So I've always loved music, and I really believe that. Friedrich Nietzsche said, without music, it's hard to have a great life. You got to fill your life with art, and music is the most accessible and easy art. So I really love that. Without music, life would be a mistake, which is an interesting nostril breath. That feels really great. I just love that quote, right? You say the magician you meet sweeps you off your feet, says he'll teach you his tricks all for free. But I firmly believe you're a lot more like Eve, because you enjoy a bit of the guilt. I just fucked those lyrics up. Put one lyric in front of the last lyric. It was a bad lyric. It's not how it goes. You say the magician you meet sweeps you off your feet, says he'll teach you his tricks all for free. But I'll be in the way that you laugh as he cuts you in half and holds you up for the crowd all to see. Ho! That's right. That's the lyrics. That's it, man. That's quote of the week. Music is important. Never stop listening to music. Share music with your friends, with your loved ones. It's the greatest thing ever. If I can't say something to somebody, I send music, and it helps explain the way I'm feeling. Music, life without music would be a mistake. Thank you for the Nietzsche. Let's get to sports. Sorry, nerds. Damn! I'm going to get better at those throws, I promise. Sorry, nerds. It's sports time. This one's pretty cool, though. Hockey news. Canada and USA just played, and we beat the hell out of them first go around. We played them in Montreal in the Four Nations face-off. Take a sip. Played Canada in the Four Nations face-off. We beat the absolute pants off them boys. Right before we played them in Montreal, they booed the national anthem. And we didn't take kindly to that. And we just spanked them. We just fucking we did some nasty things to them. We did. We flipped their planes over. Do you know what I'm saying? And they deserved it. But then they came back. In the championship, they made it to the championship. They persevered. Canada persevered. Made it to the championship game in Boston. Our hockey town, arguably. In the TD Garden. They beat us in overtime 3-2. It was a real bummer. They came back and they're like, I know we booed your national anthem, but we're not going to let you do that. It was a great game, actually. Great game of hockey. Jordan Bennington, the goddamn goalie for Canada. I mean, that dude was saving shit like he worked for Delta. Like he was, I got to save this stock. He made 31 saves in the game, 6 in overtime. Connor McDavid, one of the greatest hockey players of all time, probably the greatest current hockey player other than Sidney Crosby, scored the game-winning goal in overtime, and you can't be mad. It was a great game of hockey, but it was a real fucking bummer. They beat us 3-2. We beat them worse. So, fuck you guys, Fuck you, Canada. Yeah, man, that was sad. Yeah, man, it's you know, I love hockey. I'm a big hockey guy. As you know, my fucking merch is basically hockey jerseys. Got to fix my balls. And so it's weird, right? It's weird watching a game because I love hockey, and some of those players in Canada, they play for some of my favorite teams. But I'm an American, so I was rooting for America because usually we're better at Canada in every way, every single way, except for one thing. They know how to fucking, boy, I tell you what, they know how to. What is Canada good at? Hockey, I guess, kind of. But they haven't won a Stanley Cup in 35 years. Go fuck yourself. They can't land planes. Got them. I wrote a pretty funny joke, but it's probably going to be part of the act. I can't say it, but it's a good joke about Canada and their planes flipping over. I said, no, you know what? If you want to hear that joke, come to a live show. And with that, sports is over. You're welcome, nerds. Short today. We got this. I was good at those at the beginning, but I'm bad at them now. As always, guys, please go check out the Storyville merch. StoryvilleMerch.myshopify.com. Go check it out. Got a bunch of cool stuff on there, man. As always, Lindsay Harrison, this week's story. She bought a donation and she's going to get some stuff in the mail. Just a couple signed keychains, a couple stickers. She's going to get 2 free tickets to any show in her area that I'm on. So please go to StoryvilleMerch.myshopify.com and donate to the podcast. Anything you do, all the money all proceeds will benefit me and Zach at one point. I need to make money so I can pay Zach. Please. Zach he has to sleep on my couch tonight. And he's a twink. And he's just inviting big, large men over. And they are just fucking dominating his asshole on my couch. And if you guys don't buy merch, my couch will be covered, which wouldn't be the first time. Anyway, go check it out, man. Go to StoryvilleMerch.myshopify.com. Go to the @StoryvillePod, Storyville_pod, and send me your stories. Go follow me, Alex Cureau on Instagram. With that, it's time for Storyville. It's Storyville. It's the Storyville person of Storyville. The thing you've been on the wait for. Here we go. Sorry I said that. I can cut it. I can cut it if you want me to. You hear me? I can cut it if you want me to. No, all right, here we go. Storyville portion of Storyville. Shout out to Lindsay Harrison, LINDSEY_A7. It sounds like you're like a military plane. This is the Lindsay A7, but that's her name. She donated to the pod, so she gets a special shout out. Thank you so much, Lindsay, for being a Storyvillian. Thank you for being a neighbor. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for hanging. We really do appreciate you. You're going to get 2 free tickets, like I said, to any show you come to. You got some stuff coming in the mail to you. So thank you. And because of that, I'm going to do your story on this podcast tonight, right now. Nostril breath. Takes a sip. No clue what kind of shout out to do. Not really the loud, I need to be seen type. Ouch. Me neither. If you need an inspirational quote / phrase, which I don't, we already did it. She says, I have one that I strive for in life. Sometimes I fail, but at least I try. And that is to try to leave the world better than I found it. I think, what? I try to leave the world better than I found it. That's not, everyone does that. No one's like getting up going, what can I fuck? Actually, some people are. A couple of redheads, probably. All right, we'll cut that. I bet people do wake up and like, what can I fuck up today? You know what? There's dogs that do that. There's animals. Like they're just like, I'm going to fuck up them today. Predators. Hyenas, I bet hyenas are like, what can I fuck up today? There's black guys that are just railing Zach's asshole. There's a Russian at one point, so he supports Russia. That's crazy. Who knows what to support anymore? But I want to leave the world better. Yeah, of course. That's a dumb one. I think the one that I think you should have made your quote. And this should have been the quote for today. Sometimes I fail, but at least I try. Wow. I was not expecting that one. That's the quote. Not I want to leave the world better than I found it. You know, shit. Most people do that. I would say 96% of the world wakes up with that mentality. Sometimes I fail, but at least I try. That's the one. I have one that I strive for in life, and sometimes I fail at it, but at least I try, and that is to try to leave the world better than I found it. Yeah, that's not your inspirational quote. It's sometimes I fail, but at least I try. That one's good. I like that one. Wow, that one's hitting me. Making me emotional. Yeah, man, that's all you can do, right? All you can do is try. Actually, that's not true. All you can do is, you're going to fail, man. You're going to fail more than you really win. It's how you handle those wins, right? It's how you handle those failures. Winning's the easy part. You move on. You're like, I won. Failing, you just fail. You're going to fail forever. You got to keep trying. Get back up on that horse. Horse, pretty funny. Sometimes I fail, but at least I try. That's a good one, right? It's not the critic. It's the man in the arena. So that's a pretty good one. All right. Shout out to you, Lindsay Harrison, getting deep on us. Stupid ass bitch. All right. Story time. Cats plus Christmas trees equals disaster. That's what Lindsay Harrison says. Glass ornaments, yeah, they don't survive. Cats plus toilet paper, instant confetti. Everywhere. This is how she's putting it. Running after the laser up the wall and down the slick floor is hilarious to watch. This is not a story. You're just sending me thoughts about cats. You're a fucking cat. That's how cats are. You're a cat person. I mean, especially making hard turns around slick floors and watching their butts slide. I've never seen, what kind of cat? Do you have a cat with no legs? I'm sure your new puppy was absolutely adorable. Thank you, Benjamin Button. Shout out. Smart. Genius. I'm sure your new puppy was absolutely adorable. Shout out, Benjamin Button. You have at least a couple funny things to share. This is not about me, bitch. Send a story. I'm so bad. I'm doing your story right now. You're really ruining. This episode was off to the races. We were doing great. And you fucked it up with this bullshit story. Since you mentioned farts. When the fuck did I mention farts? I've talked so much shit on here. I don't know. Farts, talk shit. Pretty funny. I sincerely hope your puppy does not clear the room farting, but I've absolutely had a cat do that to me. What kind of cats? You have Bengal tigers? What the fuck? Even one of my friend's dogs did. This is the worst. This might be the worst story. This is not a story. You're just sending me ideas. You're sending me random trains of thought. Oh, I hate you. I'm not sending you shit in the mail. I'm just kidding. I'm sending it all to you. Nothing like having to tell someone that was not me and then look over at the pets and see their guilty face. They don't know. Dog doesn't fart and go, hope no one smells that. He farts and he goes, now everyone will know I'm here. That's what dogs do. You ever think about that? You know, we walk down the street and we're like, oh, that smells like piss. Dogs walk down the street and like, that smells like piss. Oh, Larry was here. So, all right. Well, now you just sent me train of thoughts. Guys, it was short, it was sweet, it was. But man, that was not a story. That was just random trains of thought. You're a cat person. Lindsay Harrison, though, thank you so much for your donation to the podcast. Like I said, check the mail soon. You're going to get some stuff in the mail. And next time I'm in your area, message me and be like, you're in my area? Where are my free tickets? I'll be like, they right here, bitch. So thank you guys so much. This has been Storyville Episode 8. As always, thank you for hanging. Send in your stories. Go check out that the Shopify. Blah, blah, blah. As always, thank you for hanging, guys. This has been Storyville. See you later. Bye.